Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist. Today's date is Wednesday, May 10th, 2017. Well, folks, let's take a look at the S&P first. Then I want to go over some trade setups, some major levels on stocks that are getting pops and drops today, so you guys can be fully versed on where the trading levels are and how to react. All right, number one, S&P 500 today opened a little bit on the weaker side here. This is the 10-minute chart, by the way. So, again, this is today's action. We opened down just a little bit from where we closed yesterday. And, again, you can see this little kind of dotted line down. That's the day break. So again, down a little bit, choppy sideways, and then we started to float up. Notice the time of day. This is very important, folks. We played this as a day trade in the chat room. What we did was we said the time of day dictates that we're going to move up. We're going to break the 20 moving average right here and go to the 50 moving average. Okay, so the reason why we knew that is because the volume gets so light over lunchtime. This is one of the most euphoric bull markets we've ever been in. And again, with that lighter volume, it's going to breed neutral to upside action. I mean, it's just, honestly, it's just what happens every day. Every day around lunchtime, you get a float. So what we ended up doing was we ended up buying the spiders and basically playing it for a nice profit up into the 50 moving average and took a nice gain there. So that's the way the market's been. What I said to the chat room is very clear, which is, listen, if the market does it every day and then there's sound thought process behind it, well, play it until it doesn't work. And that's exactly what we did today. So we played that trade. It was a nice trade. We had two other trades as well, a nice Apple trade and a nice Facebook trade in the intraday stock chat. So 3 morning day trades, all for profits. Really nice day. You know, I made well over $1,000 on just those 3 alone. And I'm not even taking huge positions, just a solid trading opportunities with decent share size position. Okay, couple stocks that I want to go over. Today, one of the stocks taking a big beating is Rocket Fuel. Rocket Fuel, again, absolute annihilation, down about 35%. But if you go to your daily chart, this is what I want to show you. The daily chart has a downside target that's very clearly marked. The daily 200 moving average, right there. You can see it in red, right there. That's going to be your downside target. I would not be a buyer on fuel, F-U-E-L, Rocket Fuel, until it hits that level. By the way, this is not a fuel company. This is not alternate energy. This is a marketing company, just so you know that. But anyways, bottom line is, it looks to me like right around 285 to 290, that will be the level for entry. My guess is you'll have some margin calls and investors. You'll have some dumping from funds over the next couple days. I think it probably gets to about 285, 290, probably within 3 to 5 trading days. So it'll get there. Then I think once you're there, that's where you can start to inch in. You can start to pick up some shares if you're so inclined. This is definitely one of those stocks that's not the greatest company in the world, so I would recommend going smaller in share size and make sure you understand and maintain a solid stop. Okay, a couple other stocks that are making moves today. Let's take a look at them. Number one, let's take a look at Fossil, F-O-S-L. Fossil today absolutely getting annihilated on the back of earnings, and just like Fuel was an earnings-related drop, so is Fossil here. Fossil's a retail company, and again, the stock is dropping, and I will say this flat out to you guys. You're trading, if you go to a large time frame on Fossil, let's go to the monthly chart. That's the daily chart. Here's the monthly. If you zoom out, there's a very clear double bottom mark here, guys. This is what you have to be looking at. Okay, so again, if you want a level to swing trade long FOSL on, this is your level right here. What level is it? Looks to me to be right around 11. Let me see, get as accurately as I can here. Right around 11 to 11 and a quarter. So what this tells me is that there's still further downside on FOSL, which makes sense, right? I mean, the whole market's at all-time highs virtually. I mean, almost every stock out there is at essentially all-time highs. So if you see a stock like Fossil that's just fallen like crazy for the last multiple years, and it hasn't participated. I mean, think about this. The stock market's gone this way, right? And Fossil's gone this. So it makes sense that if we ever get a small pullback, even a small pullback in the market, let's say 3%, 5%, you probably see Fossil dropping to the $11 level just on that alone. Now, once it gets there, that will be a huge double bottom for a swing trade long position. I will be looking there myself with our members at InTheMoneyStocks.com in the research center, most likely playing it. Okay? So again, there's two opportunities right there. You have the levels now. Let's do one more. NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is a tricky one. The stock had great earnings, absolutely great earnings here. The stock, again, is trading up. You have a very clear double top, triple top, in fact, that's getting very close around the 120 level. Many people are asking me, do we short it there? Do we short it there? What I'm going to tell you right now is I'm not going to. All right? And the reason is, because this is such a firm move up, and again, this big gap, strong gap, big volume, and the fact is, we're here, you hit this level, and you pulled back. What this ends up doing is it ends up catching people off guard. They assume because it pulled back this time, it's going to easily pull back this time. My guess is it will stall there and then break out. So then the bigger question is, well, where is it going if it breaks out? And we have to zoom out on the chart. And what you could see here on the daily is that there's nothing in historic terms that even comes close. If we go to the weekly chart and the monthly chart, in fact, there's nothing on the monthly chart that even tells us remotely that there's another pivot above that double top. So what I'm going to tell you is this. For this stock, what you're going to do, and this is how you got to trade these things, folks, you have to be smart in terms of technicals. Okay? So let the stock go through 120. I'm not going to short it. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. As it goes up, what I'm going to look for once it gets beyond 120, whether it's 125, 130, I'm going to start looking for a reversal signal. Okay, what do I mean by reversal signal? Well, topping tail. A topping tail would be a great signal on the daily chart if we were to get that. We get that, then you essentially get a shorting signal. You give it a shot. What you do is you keep a tight stop on any close above that topping tail. And that way you basically limit yourself to a couple dollars of risk versus $20, $30 decline if it is the top, maybe more. So the risk reward is very important on this trade as well. The next thing you could look for, which is another reversal signal, let's say it gets to 122, 123 the next day, 125 the next day. Let's say it gets to 130 on I don't know, a month from now. On that day, let's say it was up $4 in the day. The next day, if it reverses the entire $4 on good volume, that can be a reversal signal, topping signal as well. So those are two things you can look for once you get through the 120 level. But again, as I said, will 120 be a little bit of resistance? Yes. Will it be a shorting opportunity? For me, no. I wouldn't have the guts to do that there. Okay? So again, folks, these are really good potential setups. And I've really done my best on this video to convey the knowledge base. It's all about the knowledge. You basically have a stock market that for example's sake, let's say there's 100 people participating in the stock market. The people that are in the top 10 in terms of knowledge will always be making money while the other people lose money. All right? And we're talking over the course of a year or two. Doesn't mean they're not going to have a loser here and there. But generally, those people will always make money because they learned how to do it. They learned how to read the charts. They learned what to look for, what the market does, the psychology of the market. All right? Now, if you look at the lower echelon of people that don't take the time to learn anything, they're the people that are basically just giving the money away to the smart individuals. It's basically the has and the has-nots, the have-nots, the people that know and the people that know nothing. So make sure you do some, again, it doesn't take a lot of effort. You want to just learn. Just absorb. Watch, videos, and I don't recommend just crappy technical analysis. You want to get into some good stuff here. Because a lot of the technical analysis nonsense is just fabricated to basically get the average investor on the wrong side of the trade. What you need is, honestly, PPT methodology, price pattern and time, which is what we teach here. And again, bottom line is, we can teach it to a gorilla. So if we can teach it to a gorilla, we can teach it to you. You just got to actually say, yes, I'm willing to devote a little time to learning it. And then you all of a sudden start making money month in, month out, investing, trading, whatever you want to do, because you understand what to look for in the charts, the signals to look for in the charts. When to short, when not to short, when to go long, when not to go long. What's a time count? What's a confirmation signal of a breakout or not breakout? These things are very important. So bottom line is, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com, folks. Take a 7-day free trial to the Research Center. That's going to be how you start. 7-day free trial to the Research Center. That's the Research Center at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Okay? Take the 7-day free trial. Just get into it. It's free. That's going to be where you're going to get swing trade alerts. We're going to do videos every night. You're going to get a sense. Now, once you do that, then you can think about saying, okay, I want to take the webinars, which are recorded now. So you can take them and watch them at your leisure. I mean, we're talking about some of these webinars are like 6-7 hour long things, so you can do it over the course of a week or two if you want. But I mean, they are intensive with proprietary knowledge. And that's how you say, all right, I am now going to take command of my portfolio and make money versus giving it away. All right. See you at InTheMoneyStocks.com, folks. Looking forward to it. Take care.